Hey guys, Brewery 602 Beer Reviews here, at Brewery 602 on Instagram. My name is Marcus, and today I'm in the garage doing some brewing. I did get an electric brew system quite a while back and have been brewing in the garage lately, so it's actually pretty nice. Set up a little man cave with the TV and whatnot, so a lot of fun. Anyways, I'm boiling right now, and I figured, hey, you know what, I could do a beer review because typically on my brew days, I start really early in the morning. And then when I get to my boil, it's typically around 10, 11 o'clock. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have a beer. So my treat for my brew day. Anyway, I'll be doing this beer. It's called Ermahgerd Slurshy. It's a blackcurrant and passion fruit, sour fruited slushy, coming in at 8% ABV. So that's a big beer for being one of these fruited sours. This is actually coming out of LCB, which is Local Craft Beer. They're located in Tehachapi, California. And again, this is 10 IBUs, 8% ABV, and a fruited sour with blackcurrant and passion fruit. So this is the big thing now, guys. I mean, the hazy thing is it's still there. It's real big, still the hazy thing. But now this heavily fruited beer is the popular thing right now. So there's all these heavily fruited, like 450 North, really was almost like the godfather of creating these beers. But now you see them everywhere. Everyone's doing the style. LCB, no different. I haven't tried this beer, so I'm gonna just crack it open and get into it. I do like a lot of LCB beers. Some of them, and they are hit or miss because some of them are so much hop matter in them, or even if it's like hop powder, lupulin, whatever they're using, sometimes it's just overly done and it's a cake on the bottom. And if you pour it a little bit too hard, it just fogs up the whole beer. I've even had one turn green on me before. So probably had like the bottom of the keg or something like that when they were canning it. And this is bright red in color. So as you can see, looks like fruit juice. It looks like Hawaiian punch in the glass, completely opaque. And I have a fan going in the background. You might be able to hear it. And because of that fan hitting me, it smells like Hawaiian punch right now. Completely pink head on this with tight compact bubbles, make it a drive-by aroma as if I need to. Yeah, it smells like Hawaiian punch. If you've never had Hawaiian punch, and you want to know what this beer smells like, go buy a Hawaiian punch at the grocery store, and this is what it smells like. There's a hint of vanilla in the background. I don't think it says lactose on here, but I'm going to take a wild guess and say they use lactose or vanilla. They may have not put it on the can, but lactose does put off a vanilla aroma, and it's a lot of vanilla coming out of this. Let me get a deeper aroma. Yeah. It smells like freaking Hawaiian punch. Basically, it smells like berry juice. I mean, there's really nothing else, like berry juice with vanilla. So let me get a taste on it. Cheers. Interesting. The mouthfeel is pretty thin. I was expecting the mouthfeel to be pretty medium to medium plus. A lot of these big fruited sours are actually kind of thick. Like you have to use a spoon to drink the beer, eat the beer. This one's actually pretty thin. It's actually very thin. It's almost watery for the style. And it's interesting. It's a Berliner. Tastes more like a Berliner because it's not heavily fruited. It's actually really calm. It's more tart than your typical heavily fruited sour, fruit beer, I should say. So it is pretty tart, and it's tart berry juice, but it's also thin, if that makes any sense. I was expecting. So I'm going to just take away the fact that they probably didn't use lactose because there's no sweetness to this. It's more drying. It's like biting into a fresh raspberry or blueberry, blackberry, like a fresh one. That kind of has that little tang to it, a little bit of a drying character to it. That's what this is like right here. There's a little bit of a salinity to this as well, so it really wraps it up, pretty good. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting actually one of these, like Drecker or 450 North type of Kings, heavily fruited beers, but this is actually kind of refreshing. It's like a Berliner style, when it's hot, perfect kind of beer to drink. So I dig it. Yeah, so definitely a very dry beer. It's like tart with that puckering lemon type of thing. It's a good beer. As far as the grade's concerned, it surprised me because it's not what I expected. I'd give it an 89. No, I'd give it a 90. It's definitely an A beer, so good job. LCB, surprised me, and it's a very good beer, so I'd give it an A minus, a 90. Again, my name is Mark. It's Brewery 602 Beer Reviews at Brewery 602 on Instagram. Please follow, like, and subscribe. Cheers.